Break the board sports. Here we go. Thursday, NBA basketball. Click that like, hit subscribe. Good night for us on Wednesday on the hardwood. We gave out the Indiana Pacers as an official play. That got home. We gave out the Toronto Raptors money line. That got home. Pacers won outright 127-118. And also said I would lean Bulls money line. That got home. So officially only going to take credit for Pacers Raptors. Then we had the lean Bulls. We had the lean Rockets. Durant covers the 20 plus. But officially, figure 5-0, but officially only 2-0 Pacers and Raptors. Again, click that like, hit subscribe. Let's get into it. Got a short card here in the NBA, and you guys will have to excuse me battling a big cold and throat stuff, so I apologize. Clippers on the road at the Magic, and, well, nobody's playing. And actually, the whole Thursday, there's a ton of people out, so let's just get that out of the way quick. Kawhi Leonard, he's not going to play for the Clippers. Banchero is out for the Magic. Wemby is out for the Spurs. Obviously, Trae Young out for the Hawks. Ja Morant out for the Grizzlies. Philadelphia 76ers, no Embiid, no Paul George. George was supposed to be questionable, but now he's out. And then no Giannis for the Bucks. So basically what you have Thursday is 4 games and no superstars other than Tyrese Maxey's your biggest superstar out there. So that's the NBA. That's why it's so hard to bet. And that's why it's so frustrating for fans. It's not like, I hate to be the guy, get off my lawn. But it's hard to follow this and like it and love it like you did back when Jordan and Barkley and Magic and those guys were playing when I was a kid. Anywho, so Clippers at the Magic laying 5.5. You're over under 219.5. 70% of ticket count, 69% of the handle going to the over. 30% of ticket count, 31% of the handle going to the under. Now, as far as that spread, 60% of the tickets are on the Orlando Magic. 73% of the money is what that equates out to be. 40% of tickets on the LA Clippers. That'll give you 27% of the handle in that one. Now, Clippers just 3-9 ATS their last 12 games. They're 1-8 straight up their last 9 overall. Against Orlando, though, the Clippers have been solid. 4-1 ATS their last 5. But what's even more impressive is they're 17-3 their last 20 games overall against Orlando. So 17-3 the Clippers are, 4-1 ATS, but 17-3 straight up. Magic 4-1 ATS their last 5 and 4-1 straight up their last 5. So playing better basketball. Obviously, Wagner is carrying them right now. The under between these two teams is cash for the last 5. When you look at this, Clippers catching the 5.5. Clippers come in 4-10 straight up and 4-10 ATS. Magic 8-7 straight up, 7-8 ATS. Like we talked about, Clippers have had dominance. Nothing here I really like, and it's going to be tough for me to find a game I do like on the card, just to be transparent with you guys. But if I had to make a play, this is probably the biggest lean other than maybe the Sixers-Bucks game when we get to that, that I have. I would say my hardest lean, that would be the Clippers plus 5.5. It's just really hard. I talked about this on yesterday's show. When you bet bad teams, sometimes you get in a lot of trouble. However, the Clippers 5.5 is the way I would lean in this one. Atlanta Hawks at the San Antonio Spurs. Now, the Spurs are laying 1.5. Again, no Wemby, no Castle. 230.5. 70% ticket count, 98% of the handle to the over. 30% of ticket count, 2% of the handle to the under. Now, as far as that spread goes, Spurs laying the 1.5. They're taking 68% of tickets, 34% of the handle. Hawks catching 1.5, 32% of ticket count, 66% of the handle there for them. When you look at this, Hawks, they've been red hot, man. I thought they would kind of taper off after Trae Young. It just goes to show both him and Porzingis out. Trae Young isn't I just think the guy's a bit overrated. Not saying he's not talented, just a bit overrated. Hawks 5-1 straight up and ATS. Their last 6 games, and the Hawks are 6-1 straight up their last 7 on the road. Spurs 3-6 ATS their last 9, but since last year, been on a heater, 11-4 straight up their last 15. And head-to-head, this game has went over the total 8 of the last 11 meetings. Now, Hawks come in 9-6 straight up, 8-7 ATS. Spurs come in 10-4 straight up, 7-6-1 ATS. They've split the last 10 meetings, but the last 2 have been taken by the Spurs. Hawks come into this losing to the Detroit Pistons. Pistons snapped a 5-game winning streak that the Hawks had going. Back-to-back wins against the Kings and Grizzlies for the Spurs. But again, Wemby's out, and he's the biggest thing that makes them go. Not just Wemby, the fact that I think one of the most underrated guys really in the league that we don't talk about enough is Castle of the Spurs. Been watching this guy play more and more, and he's just a really good player. Stephon Castle, like what he's doing. Also, Dylan Harper out. So the Spurs got a ton of injuries. Porzingis, he's a game time decision. Donnie's out for the Hawks. Again, if I had to make a play, I would lean Hawks plus the points, but I just don't like the game. If I had to play a game, I would definitely play the Clippers plus 5.5 before I played this. Next game on the board, again, excuse my cold, click that like, hit subscribe. Kings at the Grizzlies. Grizzlies laying 2.5. You're over under 234.5. 57% of ticket count, 59% of the handle to the under. 43% of ticket count, 41% of the handle to the over. Now, when you look at that spread, 51% of ticket count, 91% of the handle going to the Grizzlies. 49% of ticket count, 9% of the handle is all that the Kings are getting. Now, Kings are on a back-to-back. They just got romped by the OKC Thunder last night, 113.99. For me, I would either take Grizzlies on the money line or nothing, but I don't want to lay $1.35, so that's going to be a stay away as well. Other than the Clippers, this next game, Sixers, Bucks, probably the only thing that would appetize me. Again, Giannis out, Paul George out, Embiid is kind of questionable, but 76ers minus $1.25 on the money line. They're laying 2.5, over under 226.5. 58% of ticket count is only equating to 15% of the handle on the over. 42% of ticket count is equating to 85% of the handle on the under. 43% of tickets are laying it on the road with the Sixers. That's equating to 79% of the handle. 57% of the handle, 57% of ticket count on the Bucks, equating to 21% of the handle. I would take the Sixers minus $1.25. I think that they're a much better team than the Bucks right now. So, again, live betting, prop betting, probably the best way to go. Halftime, remember, getting value to the original number. Example, if the Celtics are laying 5 to the Knicks, and let's use the game tomorrow. If the Clippers are catching 5.5 against the Magic, but they're down 19 at half, but now you're getting them plus 15.5 for the game, well, you're getting 10.5 points of value to the original number. Guy, respect the bookmaker there. Again, you see that like tonight in the NBA. Everybody makes a run. Look at the run the Blazers made at the end of the game. So always look for in-game betting. Halftime betting is another good way. My 2 leans are the Clippers plus 5.5 and the Philadelphia 76ers minus 125 on the money line. Click that like, hit subscribe, Break the Board Sports, where we help you become a better handicapper. God bless and happy handicapping.